So the first thing that we're going to take a look at is the user interface. So hopefully you've downloaded and installed Trimble Business Center 5.0. And if you're an existing Trimble Business Center user, you'll notice that there's a significant change in the user interface. Things look a little bit different. If you're new to Trimble Business Center, then this will all be brand new to you. So the first thing that you see here is the start page. The start page is where eventually projects will be listed. There will be screen grabs of a project, so you'll see like a block that represents the project that you've opened last or recent. You're able to create a new project right from the start page, open an existing project, as well as log into Trimble Connect. And we'll take a look at that in a minute. Over to the right, you'll see we can check for updates, as well as a news feed that comes from our Trimble community that will have recent tips and tricks or notifications of webinars or webcasts or other interesting and important information about Trimble Business Center. Across the top, at the very top, you'll see is a quick access toolbar. You can see the icons are very small, but that all depends on the resolution of your monitor. And we can make that larger, and we'll show you that as well. Below that, you have your ribbons, and you'll notice because we're in a viewer, we don't have a license module. So if you don't have a hash key or a network key of a license edition, then what you're going to see is just a limited set of tabs. Now we can come in and modify those tabs as well. Over to the left is a Project Explorer. We'll be able to turn on this panel. A lot of these panels that we can move and undock. You can see I can grab the header and dock it or float it. You can also pin it. So if you pin it, it'll auto hide over to the left, or if you dock it to the right, it'll hide over there. So when you bring your cursor over to it, it pops out. So I'm going to unpin that so it kind of docks itself there. Across the top, like we said, you've got your different ribbons. If I click on home, you'll have a series of commands. Now, not all these commands will be available in the viewer, and we're going to go through that in this particular K-app. The survey tab, again, will have basically your survey functionality, GIS tab, your CAD tab for drawing and editing, drafting, creating surfaces, manipulating surfaces, working with corridors, bringing data to and sending data out to the field or bringing data in is through the construction tab. And then the support tab, you'll see there's a bunch of other information here. There's an icon or a command to start the start page. So if you close the start page, you can get it back here. There's some help. There's some about, release notes, readme files. And you'll see that we have a geospatial website and a construction website. So depending on what your industry is, you'll be able to go to one of those specific websites. There's other tutorials, a YouTube channel, Facebook, power hours, global community and the construction community, as well as the Trimble library, otherwise known as Retrieve. The set ribbon tab is where you're able to come in here and change what ribbons are displayed. So I can turn off, like if we're not working with GIS, we can simply turn that and it hides it. You'll see that right now it says show only licensed tabs. So it's only going to show the tabs that have commands that are usable. In this case, because we have the free viewer, there's only certain commands on these tabs that are available to us. If we switch into another edition, you'll see that we can switch to a survey tab, a construction tab, or look at all the ribbons as well. So you can switch to those. It's just this makes it very easy to turn on and off what ribbons and tabs you're going to use based on what license modules you have. And you can always go in and customize the ribbon here and look at the license manager here as well. You can get to those commands up here also. There's some the shortcuts you can define, and then there's some other views, the license manager, and you can even register the software. If I go back to the file tab here, you'll see that I can open or create a new project, open a project. I can save the projects, archive it, look at the project info, go to my options, look at tools available, and even exit the program. Right, so this is just kind of give you an overview of the layout, kind of just where things are. And we're going to go in and we're going to start breaking this down into user interface commands, some editing commands, some importing and exporting commands, because that's basically what the viewer is going to allow you to do. And we'll go through and show you what's available with the viewer edition or the viewer of Trimble Business Center.